County Commissioner Bill, thank you for coming out. And everyone else that's here that has been elected, that's been selected, and that has been a part of this glorious occasion. I want to reach out and thank the, I'm going to say this as best as I can, but Charis Brothers, all right, for having me here today. This is, like I said, I'm so excited. So I won't stand up here because I didn't prepare a speech. I didn't know I was going to be on the program. But I will say, for all of you that are here and for all of you that are not here, that we are ready, we are willing to do whatever it takes. And like she said, I want to make sure that everyone that uses this greenway is safe, sound, and enjoying what is about to happen. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, Mayor McDonald. So this project is really about collaboration and partnership. And to be able to introduce our next presenter, our next speaker, really is a testament in how the two cities, how the municipalities have been collaborating. It's my privilege to bring up Deputy Mayor Benison from Detroit.
Wow, what a great turnout, what a great crowd. As I was, just sitting in the chair, and before I actually took to the chair fighting the bees, I went over and took a selfie. And I want everybody to just really take a look at what we're about to transform. If Mayor Duggan was here, he would definitely say that this is in line with Blight to Beauty. And so I do have some prepared remarks because there's so many people to thank. But I want to start out by thanking the Executive Director, Ms. Leona Metley, just for your work, your vision. And so it is pushing, because this right here is monumental, transformative. I also want to thank the Mayor of Highland Park, Mayor McDonald, for hosting us and for being a great partner. But really, really giving thanks to CEO, your Wayne County Executive, Warren C. Evans. Because projects like this, of course, take funding. And so a $20 million donation contribution of American Rescue Plan Act money to make this work, it just shows the commitment with collaboration, because we cannot do it alone. And together we're better in bringing our region. You think about the city of Detroit, Highland Park, Hamtramck, and Dearborn, bringing this to fruition. It is going to improve the life for all of us, one Detroit. This 27-mile stretch, like I said, is going to be transformative for the city of Highland Park. We've already started the work, though. The first section was south of Joy Road. And just wait until the fall when the West Warren Trailhead is going to connect to the first portion. It's going to be stunning. And what's so key about this is residents, we're not doing it in a vacuum. We're having listening sessions. The residents are excited. And the trail, the Greenway, will actually run behind many residents' actual backyard. It's going to improve the overall health, wellness for our citizens. I got to give a big shout out to the man with the booming voice who kind of brought us all in, Brad Dick, and Megan Elliott, Christina Peltier. They're the city team that works relentlessly on this project. When you think about transforming blighted space, when you think about the old railroads where folks used to do illegal dumping, we've already removed 30,000 tires from railroad tracks. We've removed hundreds of tons of debris, and we've already started with the beautiful landscaping to make this a better place. I am fortunate to get a chance to work with, CEO Evans and also his team. I just want to really talk about the visionary leadership that he has. When the Joe Louis Greenway is completed, it's going to connect residents of more than 20 neighborhoods in Westminster City of Highland Park, Hamtramck, and Dearborn in new and exciting ways. It's going to connect them also, if you don't know, to the best riverfront, the best riverwalk in the country. You might not know this, we won actually 2 years in a row. And so at this point, I definitely have to thank the county commissioners as well, Miss Alicia Bell, who's the chair of the Wayne County Commission, and just all of the others, Miss Commissioner Martha Scott, for your leadership on this project, because without you all and your approval, we wouldn't be standing here today as well. I want to thank, absolutely give it up for them. And I've been at many Greenway celebrations, but this is the first time I got a nice coffee cup. And so I want to give it up to the Bashara brothers as well. I think that everyone should have a coffee cup like this, so definitely let's patronize this business and get a coffee cup and fill it up with coffee. And at this point, I would like to bring up from Wayne County, representing CEO Evans, Hassan Sheikh.
Good afternoon, everybody. And we're at a coffee spot. I need more energy than that. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. That's what I'm talking about. You know, especially we need to be on our toes, fighting off all these bees, make sure the adrenaline is rushing. My name is Hassan Sheikh. I am the Director of Economic Development, representing our county executive, Warren C. Evans. What a beautiful day. A beautiful day to come together to not only celebrate the opening of the first segment of the Joe Louis Greenway, but to honor and add to the legacy of its namesake, Detroit's very own boxing legend, Joe Louis. At a time in history where divisions were strong, people could come together and agree on their support and love for Joe Louis. This is true today, as Joe Louis is still bringing folks together. Wayne County is proud to have invested $20 million into this initiative and be collaborating with our partners at the Joe Louis Greenway Partnership and the City of Detroit. When folks come together with vision and good intentions, great things happen. This is a prime example of just that. We want to thank our county commissioners, Chairwoman Bell, Commissioner Scott, and all of our other commissioners, as well as the City of Highland Park, Mayor McDonald, and all of our other partners. Thank you to the Bashara brothers for hosting us here today. Mr. Evans is a leader that is driven by creating positive impact for our residents across all 43 communities. This Greenway will indeed have a positive impact, not only for the residents of Highland Park, Hamtramck, and Detroit, but for the county as a whole, as it will drive tourism and economic development for the respective communities, along with providing green space and recreational space for everyone to enjoy. Mr. Evans is dedicated to providing spaces to our county residents, as we've invested millions of dollars into our park system that have dramatically improved the quality of life for all of our residents. And it's also improved the overall connectivity that can now take you all the way from Elizabeth Park in Trenton all the way up to the Upper Peninsula. Greenway projects such as the Rouge Greenway Gateway, the Downriver Links Greenway Initiative, and now the Joe Louis Greenway are helping to bring the vision of connectivity to life. I leave you with a quote from our county executive. I'm delighted that Wayne County has allocated $20 million in ARPA funding to bolster this project, a true embodiment of community and connectivity. My unwavering commitment remains steadfast in channeling investments into economic development initiatives that revolve around the principles of unity, inclusivity, and sustainability. Mr. Evans and all of Wayne County is proud to be a part of this initiative, and we're excited to see this initiative thrive. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for all those comments. So as we continue on in the program, we're going to keep it moving. I think the bees are ready to clock out. And so it's my privilege to bring up our county commissioners, Alicia Bell, and Martha Scott.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Alicia Bell, Chair of the Wayne County Commission, and it is our great pleasure to be with everyone today as we celebrate this new Joe Louis Greenway and what it's going to do to our community. I was so happy to be at the first demolition when we had the Joe Louis Greenway on Joy Road, which is actually in my district. On that celebration, Joe Louis's daughter and granddaughter were there from California who came out to celebrate with us. They know the importance of the legacy of Joe Louis in this city. So when it was brought to the commission, we were so happy to unanimously approve the $20 million for this all-important project. As a member of the Detroit Riverfront Conservancy, again, I know the importance of how it is for us to recreate and have the space to recreate, to bicycle, to push babies in the strollers, to walk along great pathways. And this is going to be transformative for our entire community. So I am so grateful to be here as we break ground today, and it is my honor to introduce, and I like to say all of it, Mayor, State Rep, State Senator, County Commissioner, the awesome Martha G. Scott of Highland Park.
Thank you, Madam Chair Bell. This is indeed an honor and a privilege, and I am so proud that I represent District 3 that has Highland Park, Hamtramck, and portions of Detroit. So I've just been blessed, and I want to thank the Bucharis brothers for remaining here for over 100 years. They have been our friends through the thick and through the thin. We've had it all, but that's what life is all about. But they have still remained here, great family. So I am just grateful, and I want to thank the director of this program to just keep on working at it, because this is wonderful when you can connect people from all areas. So I've been able to connect for some time now that I've been representing these 3 cities. And it is so important. That's why I still do coffee hours over in Hamtramck at Main Street, so that we can all come together and talk about the issues that are important to us and our families. And so this is just so exciting. So yes, I want to thank the county exec, his staff, and my chair lady, for us coming together to make this happen. Sometimes we don't know why things happen the way they do, but I'm glad these opera dollars are here for us to help, all right? So I am just grateful. God bless all of you. Thank you for coming, and come on back to Highland Park. We're coming back, all right? Thank you.
Amen.
All right, well, guess I got to follow that. Thank you. Thank you, County Commissioners. So a project like this, $20 million is a spark to get it going. It's a big spark. You need projects with funding, with supporters that, like county executive, that come in with big dollars to ignite a project like this. But they require community buy-in. They require community support. They require communities to be engaged and to see themselves as part of this project. And so it's my honor to bring up to the podium a Highland Park resident, former city council president, a leader in the community. Yes, Mr. Carlton Clyburn, Jr.
All right. Greetings. It's a wonderful day in the city of Highland Park. A little bit more excitement. It's a wonderful day in the city of Highland Park. Yes, yes. I'm just grateful to see this vision come to life. It's something that's been going on for a very long time. Back, it started when I was code enforcement, to the rec center, to city council. Detroit to have this vision to take this blighted rail trans and connect the cities and the DeQuinder Cut, all of these great things is just a wonderful thing. I'd like to thank Christina and her team. I mean, they put boots to the ground. They made sure they had the outreach and the community engagement to make sure that the residents was heard in Detroit, Highland Park, Dearborn, every place this Greenway is going. Christina and her team made sure initially that everybody's voice was heard. And I'd like to thank the county for coming in with the money, because we know this is a Detroit project. And, but when it first started, I did a little bit of research, and it's a similar project in the city of Atlanta, the Green Belt, and what it did for Atlanta and the economics in the community. I'm just looking forward to that happening here in Highland Park. So thank you, everybody that's involved. Let's be positive.
And so we have heard this name. We are at a space that has been here for over 100 years. I think the number is more like 110. A business that has been committed to Highland Park. All of the dignitaries and the elected officials have talked about this family and their legacy. And so it is my honor, my privilege, as I have met this family today, to bring up Nick Bacheris.
What an honor for us today. On behalf of my brother, my sister, my son, my nephews, third and fourth generation. I've spent my life here in Highland Park, and if you come up to our conference room, you'll see a picture of me packing coffee as a 4-year-old, because my father, who immigrated from Greece as a young man, did not know the child labor laws in this country. So I've spent my life in Highland Park and looking out and seeing all of our former mayors who used to deal with my great uncle and my father. It truly is an honor, and what a day for Highland Park, as people have said. When Christina Peltier, she's just a dynamo, when she came and did her, give it up for Christina, because when she came here, I think it was 3 years ago, and did a PowerPoint presentation for my brother and I and my son and my sister, and I gotta admit, we were a little skeptical at the enormity of the project, and I said, well, when is this gonna happen? She says, I don't know, 3, 5, 10 years. And then she came back and said, this is happening right now. And that skepticism that we had initially went away when I saw her passion, the passion of all her team, the construction people, how kind they've been to us. It's just an amazing thing. I just want to talk to us. We are proud to be a 110-year-old company now spanning 4 generations, and I would thank you for that. Something that I think we kind of take our longevity a little bit for granted sometimes as we're involved in our daily lives and our daily business. But a few months back, a Free Press reporter came and kind of put things in perspective for me. She came here to interview us about a collaboration we're doing with a famous rap star out of New York. We're producing his coffee right here in Highland Park. And she started out by saying, do you know what the chances are of a family business making it to the 4th generation? I said, nah, pretty slim, I think. She says, it's less than 3%. I said, well, why don't you keep that between us, because I don't want my son and my nephew to know what their odds are. And she said, you know, you've survived 2 world wars, the Great Depression, financial crises, and now 2 global pandemics. She says, why are you still here? And what came out of my mouth is I said, I think we're just resilient. And Hassan brought that up about the bees, how resilient they are today. They're Highland Park bees. But the definition of resiliency is to be able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions. And next to that definition, it says toughness. I think you need all that, and the toughness has been passed down from generation, but you also need to be compassionate, have compassion for what other people are going through difficult times. And what's made us proud is because, is there any greater example than the city of Highland Park and the city of Detroit on resilience and where they've come from and how they bounce back from from bad situations. As Martha said, there's nothing like the resiliency of Highland Park, and we've always been proud to be a part of it. Quite simply, the railroad tracks here carried our coffee throughout the world for 55 years as we were a major supplier of coffee to the United States Armed Forces, something we were always very proud of. The tracks have been dormant for many years, and to see what's happening around us is just a thrill. It will connect cities that have a lot of resiliency, Hamtramck, Detroit, others, visitors to our community will just see what we're all about and the toughness and the grit that we have as Detroiters and Highland Parkers and people from Wayne County. I can't thank all of you enough for being here. It is truly an honor, and I'm going to speak with Mike Curris and Mark Thomas, who developed the Woodward shops at Woodward Place, that maybe we'll have the first Pacheris Cafe on the Joe Louis Greenway. So thank you all very much for being here. It's been an honor. Thank you.
All right, everyone. Well, as we wrap up, just the final words. As we celebrate this ribbon cutting here in the phenomenal, dynamic Highland Park, we want to extend a heartfelt gratitude to the residents, to the community leaders, to the partners, the stakeholders who have shown unwavering support for this project. This project will continue to allow us to come together to see something that unites our people, that unites our communities, and that is something that will benefit for generations. So we thank you for coming. Please stop and get some snacks and some beverages, and we appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.